Would you see, like what he said, there should be other, sources of generating power supply. So I just want to ask, do you see states generating their own power supply? Because the governor of Bayelsa State has lamented 3 months power outage in Bayelsa State. 3 months. Do you think if his state was generating their own power supply, there would have been this issue? And secondly, do you see states generating theirs? Do you think they can actually do, even if not all the states, at least majority of states, do you think they can generate their own power supply?
See, monopoly has been the bane of this energy sector over the years.
Okay.
Yes, the same thing that has happened in the other sector, the same energy sector, like the issue of the fuel. You could see what was happening the other time Dangote was to come on stream, and why they said number one, they won't sell crude to him, to the company. From there, they later migrated to say, okay, we will sell, but you will be giving us the fuel. You can't sell to market. All those are manifestation of the evils of monopoly. That is what has been affecting, what is it called? I always call them NEPA. Whether I don't even know the name to use now, whether it's NEPA, AEDC, or TCN, or whatever. Sometimes they call it disco. So funny language. Now, I think monopolies has been our problem. If this thing is decentralized, everything is over-centralized in Nigeria. That is why we are talking about moving from this democracy we are in, which the practice in Nigeria, which is more of a unitary system of government, to more decentralized, a more genuine republican type of government, where the federating units will enjoy some measure of liberty to do what they need to do. Let me tell you, places like the whole of the north have no business not having light or energy, because the sun is there 24 hours. So why can't they be allowed to exploit solar energy in that very side of the country? There are some part of the country, in fact, like in the north again, for instance, the speed limit of the wind is so high because of the northern part is a desert area, and so there's no speed breaker for wind, and so the speed is very high. So that means wind energy can be generated easily in that very side of the country. So these are different options. It was there's also a way they generate energy from waste, and that can be done very well in the southern part of the country, where there's so much of green vegetation and waste coming out of a kitchen and things. So, and we have a lot of water on this side of the country. So what prevents us from diversifying? So when you are concentrating on one thing, and only you want to manage it, you don't want other people to come in to also exploit the environment and do it their own way, there will be stagnancy. When there's no real competition, there's this tendency to sit down and relax. For instance, if in Nigeria there are up to about 3 different sources, major sources of generating power, you think people will be coming to tell us our something has collapsed? If it collapse, if you are not ready to set your house in order and you are collecting money and your system is collapsing, you cannot fix it, then you go out of the market.
True.
You let people who are serious take over the business and do it. So I think monopoly is our own challenge. And diversification, see, for over 20 years I've been talking about diversification in the television for a very long time. You remember one of the hallmark of Obasanjo's regime was talking about diversification. With that time, we came up with this cassava something. Do you know that ethanol that can be gotten from cassava can be used to generate power? So, we see there are so much we can gain from diversification. We have the brains, we have
do.
the manpower, but it's like the drivers of our country are not serious. They are not serious. They are not really serious. I've said it again and again. The orientation matters. Their orientation is not really to come and fix problem. The orientation is to come and
make money,
break the yoke of poverty for my generation yet unborn. And so if that is what is in the agenda, what is behind a mass mind, how I want to come into the corridor of power so that I can make enough money so that my generation yet unborn will not know poverty again. You will do things differently. But if you came in with the mind that let me transform everything so that my generation yet unborn, when they come, they will meet a country that is different. You will do things differently. So I think all these things falls on the table of the leaders. What are we really doing to fix things? Are we really determined to fix things? You know, for instance, you see, like the present government now, since they came in, country have been thrown into economic confusion. People's economic power is going down by the day. Everyone lamenting, and you hear them talking about 2027. You hear, I saw a signboard somewhere projecting the government for 2027. I felt so annoyed. Whether if I have opportunity, I will bring that signboard. You have not even governed. You have not governed. The 1 year plus, it has thrown the country into an unimaginable suffering and pain. And you are already strategizing for 2027. That is the problem we are having. You have not finished 2024. You are talking about how how people will come back to power in 2027. See, what we don't understand is that every decision being made will be tinted towards that idea of getting power in 2027. Whereas if 2027 is not your focus, it will be, let me spend my 4 years in office in such a way that whether I come back in 2027 or not, I will be remembered for good in this country. That will make you to be determined to fix things as fast as you can, because you know you only have 4 years to go. But where the people abandon governance and they are talking about the next tenure, the focus is on next tenure, the strategy is on next tenure. You know, when some appointments are made, you can easily see that, okay, this appointment is just towards holding ground for 2027, not necessarily what that appointment is going to put on the table for Nigerians today. So that is the problem we are having.
I think where they're even getting it wrong, where our politicians and our leaders are getting it wrong,